Welcome, Shadowrun community! My name is McDougal and I'm going to record another Let's Play for you. This time around I'm going to play Frumpycontusion's Little Town Episode 1, The Avenue. Be advised, I'm European and I have an accent. I'm going to talk and read a lot in this Let's Play, so if you don't like it, slaughter, Fragface! You know what I mean. This time around I want to be an elf, I want to be male and I want to be mage. Because I never played a dedicated mage before and I want to do it now. I like this portrait because he looks like a freaking cultist. And I like my cultists, freaking. I like crazy cultists. And I want to be one, so I'm going for him. Security is a very good etiquette to choose in this. In this UGC, at least in episode 1. I know that because I tested before and yeah, well, let me metagame at least a little bit. And I'm also going for an SMG because sometimes magic just ain't enough. I'm also a Shadowrunner, so Shadowrunner etiquette is also very important for me. And because I know letters you don't, I'm going to be called Asser or Atter. You magnificent bastard! You did it! You finally did it! After 2 years of scrounging for work in the gutters of Seattle, you landed a steady job. And not just a steady job, a real bona fide dream gig. It seems like just last month you ran into Ally Brenner while doing a run in the Barrens. Mostly because it was just last month. You managed to impress the veteran Shadowrunner enough that he recruited you to join the Gold Shields Inc., a company of professional Shadowrunners that just opened a branch in New York City. Wasting no time, you packed up and moved to the Big Apple to start your new life. You arrive at the office on your first day and join your fellow junior runners in the bullpen. It feels strange to have a desk, but you're too damn excited to notice you're just one fresh runner out of a dozen. I've got a desk, so I'm gonna check it. You log into your computer, company computer. Well, transfer per diem to Credstick. That sounds like fun. Alright, and got me some money. I'm welcomed. Along with Rachel Zitterman, O'Malley Green, and others. And Elijah, or Ally Brenner, is my executive vice president, alright. Looks like he wants to see me in his office soon. And looks like Rachel Z, which doesn't sound like ZZ at all, wants to meet with me. Now I have the option to either close it or show that I would want to meet her. And yes, sounds like fun. Alright. It's not her. Before you stands the fiercest looking little elf you've ever seen. With one look she seems to have sized you up already. Hey there! You one of the new runners? Apparently she is. Nice to wait, how did you know my name? If she got any satisfaction out of surprising you, her stone-cold face doesn't betray it. Apparently she didn't get hired for nothing. So, what's your specialty? Looks like she's a stealthy runner type. And she also has a pocket-sized gun, which, yeah. If Frumpy didn't, you know, if he didn't debuff this gun, it's pretty freaking awesome. Yeah, you could say, oh, she worked against Ellie, and then later he recruited her for his gang, or rather for his corporation. Actually, I gotta admit, it feels very strange to be a runner and to be in an office. When I played this the first time, it was like, alright, this is totally strange. Hi, IRC, I mean Ally. Ally greets you with a warm smile. As a Shadowrunner, your natural instinct is to be suspicious of how receptive he is to you, but he's the first person to give you a chance in a long time. Hey Azur, how are you finding your first day? Not bad, just eager to get started. Great, because I need you to hit the ground running. When we ran into each other in Seattle, you struck me as the kind of a man who would be willing to do what it takes to get the job done. That's exactly what Gold Shields needs, and that's why I wanted to recruit you. As you might know, we're the new game in town. The security market in New York City is locked up tight. Our best bet for breaking in is to, well, break in. I like where this is going. Lone Star Winter Systems and Knight Errant are our biggest competitors out here. You'd think the city would be big enough for all of us, but at the end of the day it's a pretty small town. The agreements with each other and connections in the Manhattan Consortium are making it impossible for us to compete. We need to know what we're dealing with, but all of our attempts to recruit informants and spies in their corps have failed. Your job is to break into all three and plant our custom spyware on their computer networks so we can get the intelligence we need. Oh, that definitely sounds like a piece of cake, man. It's not like, you know, there's 3 times I could get shot in the face from, well, different corporations, but oh well, it sounds like a piece of cake. That's what I want to hear. Go to Tompkins Square Park. All of the major security corps have offices on Avenue A, on what's called the security block. Find a way to get into each building, plant a program on a secure computer, and get out. The fuck. Alright, how do I get into the buildings? The good news about Manhattan is having the right passcard makes life a hell of a lot easier. As a Gold Shields employee you have a silver passcard, which lets you travel freely. Because of the tight island security, corporate security is usually a lot more relaxed. Plus, the offices on Avenue A are all annexes, so security will be even lighter. Yeah. See if you can buy a key pass, bribe a guard, or find secondary entrances. What if I run into the resistance? Ellie smirks. Well, as I like to say, we're a Chicago company, so we play by Chicago rules. Understood. What do I do about equipment? Here's a copy of the spyware. Go see our Quartermaster Jacob. He'll equip you with anything else you need. Don't hesitate to ask his advice. He used to be one of the best runners around. His workshop is right across the hall. Oh, and here's a little money for bribes and other incidental expenses. If you're interested, there's a black market dealer that usually holds court in the park. I like to have some money. One last thing. I know in Seattle you are probably accustomed to working with your own, or with other freelance runners off the street, but if you need backup, I want you to take other junior gold sheet Shadowrunners with you. I would come with you, but I have an important task of my own to get to. Speaking of which, I need to go to prepare. I'll be at our Midtown safe house for a few hours if anyone needs me. Sounds good. I'll check in when the job is done, Ally. I like this transition because it's, well, I don't have to watch him run all along this way here. I could check out his computer, but I don't have any Decker skills, so I probably won't be able to hack into it. I could install some cyberware at this desk, but, well, I'm a magician. I don't need frickin' cyberware. And I want to talk to Jacob. Jacob fulfills just about every stereotype of the grizzled war veteran you've seen in Tritz. He looks remarkably spry for his age, but it's clear his body has seen better times. He must have been a force to be reckoned with in his Shadowrunning days. You're one of the new guys! What do you need? I'm going on a run for Ellie. He said to call me to get equipped. Sucker, not a problem. What's the assignment? Well, he's working with me, so I don't think I have to keep such a thing a secret if Ellie doesn't tell me to. Break into the annex buildings of our three competitors and plant spyware on their systems. Nothing really, it's pretty easy. Amazingly enough, Jacob actually looks surprised. Well, shit! That's quite the first day you've gone. Let's get you equipped. What do you need? This This might require some wet work. Well, I'm going to ask for... what did I get? I love this game. Can check my skills even though I'm talking to this guy. And I got SMG, so... I want a submachine gun. But you know what? I also want that and I also want that because... that means I can sell it later. Yeah, I know, but... oh, come on. And I got some spells. The avenue is locked up tight, but you'll have no problem getting on a security block with your silver pass card. If I were you, I'd check in on the flea market bistro in South End near all the stalls. It's the favorite hangout spot of night errant staff. Lone Star has been shifting its best personnel out of UGC to its more in-demand markets, and an annex building isn't going to be its highest security priority. You can probably motivate a guard to let you in with enough creds. As for winter systems, I know they've had issues with automated security system officer on their annex service entrance. See if you can hack your way in. You'd still need a security badge once you're inside though. Thanks, Jacob. I appreciate your help. Don't mention it. If you run into any problems, look for a guy named Death. He's a face man with good connections. Usually hangs around Avenue A. Alright. Got a lot of information out of Jacob. Jacob seems to be quite dope and I'm pretty... you know, it was a good thing to tell him. As you can see, it wasn't saved, so we're actually still in the same scene. Which, well, is interesting for people who like to build. Anyone else might not be as interesting. Oh, who the fuck is that? Detective James Chu. Excuse me, sir, I need to speak with you. I'm Detective James Chu, New York City Police Department, Inc. Or New York Police Department, Inc. Alright, I'll have a number 7 with medium fries, please. Detective Chu gives you a look that starts off as confused and ends as indignance. Despite your peerless wit, he's not amused. A colleague of yours is wanted for questioning in a police matter and I got a tip that he was seen leaving this building a few minutes ago. Ally Brenner? Oh, I won't spill the beans. There's no point in lying, sir. I'm already well aware that he's your supervisor. Do you know where he went? Nope, sorry James. Sir, this is an extremely serious criminal matter and I need to speak with Mr. Brenner immediately. Are you sure you don't know where he is? Nah, I already told you. Nah, buzz off. I got real work to do. Detective Chu looks royally pissed off and leaves in a huff, muttering something about how useless elves are. Well, go frack yourself. What would you have done if I wouldn't have been an elf, sick tart? Hail a cab to travel to security block at Avenue A. You won't be able to return during this episode. Yeah, I got everything I need. When you took a cab and first arrived at Tompkins Square Park, you were amazed by just how amazed you were. You thought you'd seen it all in Seattle, but this city somehow managed to be even dirtier and more chaotic than you imagined. This particular stretch of Avenue A is known as the security block because of the heavy presence of Lone Star winter systems and night errant personnel. The security block is locked down fairly tight, but your silver corporate pass card gets you through all the cordons easily. As you look up and down the avenue, you wonder just what you've gotten yourself into by moving to this little town. Note, click on yourself to open a special player menu. Very nice of him to include this note. This is actually his hub, so we have the option to save at any time. He went to lengths to include that, but when we enter any other scenes, so the corporate buildings, we won't be able to do that because it would have been, well, even more of a pain to do so with all the variables and so on. So we're about to enter the hub, and I want to have 3 people with me. I want to have Quartermaster because he's the guy with the guns, and I want the infiltrator I was talking to because she got such an awesome... her sleeve pistol is just freaking insane. I guess he used Tracker's technique to create this custom pistol, and It's pretty badass. And I want to have this girl, because she's a decker, and she can bring me into the systems later. Alright, so here I am. First I want to go into the park. Tompkins Square Park has clearly seen better days. Almost all of the trees have gone and garbage seems to have piled up virtually everywhere. Oh yeah, it looks freaking insane in here. Death. As you approach the sketchy-looking man in Tompkins Square Park, you notice he has state-of-the-art mobile computers and comm units patched into his jacket. He seems to be simultaneously chatting in on his earpiece while checking prices on a holographic display. He shuts everything off and turns to you when he notices you standing there.
Can I help you there, chummer?
You're deaf? Jacob sends me.
Ah, you must be Asser.
Jacob said to expect you.
Well, I know who you are. I don't know you, Asser. So if you want to do business, you have to do a little favor for me so I know you're someone I can deal with.
I'm a frickin' Shadowrunner, so I just have to say, you know exactly who I am, Dev. I run the same circuits as you, or I wouldn't be working for a corp like Gold Shields. I should scream this out on the street so everyone knows it.
Nevertheless, I need to know what you can do before I can trust you. There's some important cargo gathered on the street across from the empty building between the Winter Systems and Lone Star offices. I have no connection to this cargo whatsoever.
He practically says this with a wink.
But it is important that it remains unmolested until it is properly stored away. The crew that is supposed to move it is unacceptably delayed, not that I have any knowledge of them. Unfortunately, all that sitting cargo has raised the interest of a rather unscrupulous Lone Star captain who would not be above seizing it for himself. I need you to deal with him and his man one way or another. Not even the local Lone Star leadership likes him, so if it comes to the other, you won't have a problem.
Yeah, right. It's pretty insane that he basically tells me that I could whack this guy right on the streets and nobody would frickin' care from three different, security companies. But alright, it's the 2050s, you know. I'll be back when it's done. Asser is, well, he's a professional dude. If he knows that he needs to do something, then he's the guy that's going to do it without bitching around all the time. And I want to talk to Sarah Lawrence because I like her name.
Psst, I need to talk to you.
You approach the small elfish woman carefully, wondering why she flagged you down. Well, there's a badge if I've ever seen one. The detective looks genuinely surprised, then impressed. She nods her head with an expression as if to say, not bad.
Well, looks like you already seized me up, so let me get to the point. I'm Detective Sarah Lawrence of New York Police Department, Inc. You're some kind of Shadowrun, aren't you? Don't answer, I can tell. You weren't very subtle casing out all the security corps buildings.
Who? Me? No, fuck that.
Look, I don't care what kind of games you're up to, but if you're planning on getting into Winter Systems, I could use your help.
This should be interesting.
I've been building a corruption case against these guys for 2 years, but I've hit a dead end, literally. My whistleblower inside died under mysterious circumstances last month and can't get the information I need to finally bring these bastards down.
What do you need?
Before he died, my inside man tipped me off to an internal record system at Winter that should have all the evidence I need about payoffs and bribes. With a copy of the logs, I can expose the consortium members who are receiving payments and make sure Winter gets penalized for future contracts.
I'll keep an eye out.
Thanks. There's a reward of 1,000 yen in it for you when you bring me the data. You can have this keycard I managed to get. It's blank, but maybe you can find a way to forge a valid security certificate on it.
Whoa, 1,000 sounds a bit too low.
Fine, I can go as high as 1,500 yen.
Sounds more like it. Alright, I got myself a deal. Some money to get on the side. And there's Captain Cole.
Hey, psst, hey guy, you from Lone Star? The
Captain turns to look at you. Even though you can't see his face, you get a distinct feeling he's scowling at you.
What is it to you, gutter punk?
All of my... Why does everyone sound the same? What is it to you, gutter punk? Etiquette security. Look, one security professional to another, I thought you should know. This here is cargo is a honeypot trap for the local gypsy gang. Nothing in these boxes except packing peanuts. Yeah? Well, we were just looking around anyway. The captain signals his man to pack up and leave. No bloodshed whatsoever. And once again, I like this, fading to black, the guys go, and I don't have any trouble, and I don't have to... I don't have to take a look while they're running around, running away for like 10 minutes. It's also easy on the scripting side too.
Did you take care of the captain and his men?
They won't be bothering that cargo you have nothing to do with anymore. Nothing to do with.
Excellent. I'm sure whoever's cargo that is will be pleased. What can I do for you, my friend? Well, I've got a Splank Winter Systems card. I know someone who can add a valid security protocol to run you 1,000 yen. I think there was another way to do it, so let me get back to you. And I want to go into Winter Systems. Winter Systems has some of the worst security I've ever seen. Let's see. Easiest way for a stranger to get in is to have a secured courier package addressed to an executive. Those have to be hand-delivered and verified. Most places would have the executive come down to the entrance to sign. Fortunately for you, only the laziest and most arrogant lower-tier employees staff the annex on Avenue A. The guard will probably let you through just to avoid pissing off a higher-up. I can get a secure package to produce for you for about 200 new yen. What do you say?
Make it.
What can I do for you?
I need to get into the Lone Star building. Any ideas?
You're in luck. I've got a working keycards that should be valid for another week. That one I'll give you free, since you handled the Lone Star captaincy for me. The problem is, Lone Star has a guard that works the entrance and checks ID badges. I don't have any connections who can forge an ID that will pass muster. We have to find a way to distract the guard or get a badge somewhere else. He's fond of the noodle place next to the flea market bistro. I'm sure you can do something with that intel. Oh, and I don't know what you're planning on doing in there.
Though a mischievous smile suggests otherwise.
But you should consider bringing a deck along. The network security is nothing to sneeze at.
Thanks, Steph. So what would I do if I wouldn't have had a decker yet? Well, I could have saved, reloaded, and then I would have had to hire my guys again anyhow. So, that fix that. Dawn.
Please, you know I'm good for it. I just need one to get me through the week.
Bitch, what do you not get? 25 neon per ship, no haggling, no credit.
Gotta pay on some other way.
And she's showing some very giant... With increasing desperation, the true woman begins to move her hand towards the dealer's crotch. The BDL dealer slaps her hand away. You come near with those horns and I'ma pop your hop right here. Price just went up to 30 now for you. If you ain't buying, get fracked. And she's getting fracked. Not by him, of course. What is it, Dawn? The troll woman seems to be shaken from withdrawal. Her glazed eyes and 1,000-yard stare suggest a chip head has been out of fix for too long.
What? Who are you? Are you from that errand? Oh, good. Are you with the security office?
Yes. How long did you think a damn chiphead could get away with working at night errand?
Please no. I'm sorry. I'm getting clean.
Kenneth Trock, I'm going to need your security pass back. Consider your employment terminated immediately. Dawn begins weeping uncontrollably as she hands over her security pass. You walk away without batting an eye. Success! And another truck happy. I'm going down here because no, I don't want to talk to the noodle man. I don't need any noodles, man. I rather want to go to the bistro. Flea market bistro? Yes, I want to enter. With its dim lighting, clean floors and casual vibe, the flea market bistro seems like an oasis in the busy mess that is Tompkins Square Park. The decor makes it seem like it's from another era, but it's oddly charming. There aren't many customers at this hour, and only the bar seems to be open. As you look around at the suits and decks, you realize most of the people here are probably night errant employees blowing off steam, or taking a break before heading back into the office. Nice. Some St. Paul music in the back. He did make the club sounds. Layla. You notice a woman standing by the bar from afar. A bored look plastered on her face as she fitted with her calm. Her prospects seem to have changed when she saw you walk in. She looks at you hungrily as you approach. Emo! Cheer up. Your night is about to get better, bitch. I didn't say that. She laughs at your lame line, but extends her hand out all the same. I'm Leela, and you're the least boring looking person here. Stay silent and look at her broodingly. Leela nervously laughs. You have a name? Leaning close to her ear and whisper, do you really want to know? Layla looks flustered and seems to have missed a breath. Do you work on the avenue? Same industry, but I'm a bit more downtown. Have a lot of experience downtown, do ya? Only one way to find out for sure. Lila smiles sheepishly, then looks around to make sure no one is watching. Look, I'm not going to beat around the bush. I want you now. But I'm working the graveyard shift tonight. She slips something in your pocket and her hand lingers before she pulls it back. Meet me in my office at Night Errant next door in an hour. Show security this guest pass and say you're signing in to meet with Felicia Dayton. You should go now. We can't leave the bar together because half my office is in here. Alright. That worked quite well. The last time I was stealing from her. But apparently she wants to meet me, so yeah. This will do. Well, yes, and that was it for episode 1, part 1 of this Let's Play. The next parts will show how I'm, well, going into the offices and frag all those 3 corps after another. And, well, I'll get paid afterwards, hopefully. I hope you enjoyed it so far, and, yeah. Feel free to like, comment and subscribe. Check it out on the Steam Workshop or the Nexus, because we got a new Shadowrun Nexus. And be sure to go to Shadowrun.com to talk with our awesome Shadowrun community.